Alright. Well, I hate to sound like a broken record, as they used to say. You keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, but the question is, what now? Right? What now? I got the Harlequin Crest. Got Doombringer. Playing arguably what is the most powerful build for the Necromancer in the game right now. Bone Spirit. I got all the basic pieces.
Let's stay only as long as we need to.
So what now?
Not one, but thousands.
Yes.
It's highly likely it's much better than
Thanks.
Yes.
at least my minion build.
You invite the wrath of not one, but thousands.
I apologize.
Greetings.
What now?
Hello.
I could use
Do
some
I just keep
assistance.
farming for
No.
better versions of the item? Okay.
Hello.
I could
Greetings.
go for that one last item that I'm looking for, the Air of Perdition. Okay. Then what? What's in Diablo 3 they had the leaderboards, and you would try to see how high you could get on the leaderboards. So it's like you had something to shoot for the whole game. But even with that, okay, once you got on the leaderboards, and you felt like you did as reasonably good as you could, with probably making minimal gains afterwards, maybe finding a better version of the item you have, still, you would get to a point where, okay, I guess I'm done, And you'd be asking the same question, what now?
Need something for it?
And it's even worse here in Diablo 4 because there are no leaderboards, obviously. I mean, there's the unofficial ones that you could go on, but I suppose that could be somewhat fun, but I mean, yeah, I've got mediocre versions of the major items. Okay, I think you want maximum life as your greater affix. Okay, I didn't get that. I got core skills. Okay, that's good. My greater affix there. All stats, could be better. Not the worst, but could be better. Bonus to armor, probably something I did not need at all. Maybe, who knows, maybe my armor. Well, I would have had to put a couple of points into spiked armor, I guess, to get it maxed out. I mean, I want this game, I want it to be fun. I'm not complaining just because I want to complain. I'm not complaining because I want, some kind of rush of feeling of importance. I want this to be kind of game where I could just pick it up and stop playing and have some fun. But I don't know. I just feel like there needs to be something more to the game. You know, even if I got the Era Perdition, okay. Even if I got the better version of Harlequin Crest or, you know, any of these others. Like, I don't know. It's like there's just something missing. Weird thing too is you know, with Diablo 3, even with some of those some of the seasons where I felt like I had like a probably about the best build that I could get. It's like I would still play almost right up until the last minute of the season. There was just something compelling about it where I would just keep playing. This just doesn't have that. This Diablo 4 game just doesn't have that. Closest thing we got is the pit to leaderboards. But it also seemed like with Diablo 3, even, I don't know, leveling up your legendary gems in Diablo 3, you felt like you were gaining something. You were constantly gaining something. I don't know, here I just don't feel like I'm gaining much. I mean, I could still masterwork. Still got some opportunities for masterworking. But said suppose I level all these up. You know, and I've got what's my attack power now? It's still 3700, that's it. Only 600 critical strike damage. I mean, I've seen some builds out there where they got like 10,000 overpower damage and like 2,000 critical strike damage. You know, and I look at my items and I'm thinking, how could they possibly get, you know, 3 times the amount of overpower and critical strike damage that I have? Without you know, some sort of cheat, some sort of a hack. Would I have to keep re-rolling for the overpower damage on something like that? And this. Something out there's something I'm missing. Based upon your maximum life and fortify amount. Just wonder how they calculate that. Exactly. I think they tell you on max roll. That's where I looked up lucky hit. Let's see. Overpowered damage is conditional damage modifier. Turns your damage value. Cyan? For non-critical strikes and orange for critical strike. Oh, okay. 3% probability. But certain things can guarantee it. Unlike critical strikes, attacks overpower per cast rather than per hit, meaning that abilities with multiple hits in one overpower. Multi is one cast overpower for each hit. Okay. Conditional additive stat, the additive multiplier, in other words, is comparable to close damage. You are given overpowered damage based on your current health and fortified life. See the formulas and calculations below. For example, with a base health of 400 and a maximum health of 4400, we should see another 1100 overpowered damage to our additive multiplier. So, and there's another 50% multiplicative bonus based upon your max life when you're at full health. So the two values, you want to use the bottom value for calculating damage. If a passive increases the bottom value, it increases your additive multiplier. If it only increases the top value, it is a global multiplier with the condition that you trigger overpower. The 50% multiplicative overpower multiplier is calculated based on your current health when you deal the overpower damage with the following formula. Multiplier equals 100% plus 50% times your current hit point divided by your maximum life. So if you have 50% of your health, your multiplier would be 25%. So the bonus that you get from health and fortify is not shown in the stats. If you get 1% overpower damage for each 1% of your current life that exceeds your base life, if you are fully fortified with 4400 max life and 400 base life, so it's your max life minus your base life divided by they have these ways of calculating this kind of damage, but they don't, how would I know what my base life is? Where does it anywhere say what my base life is? So it's your max life minus your base life divided by your base life. So it's 20,000 divided by 400, which is $200 divided by 4, which is 50. Wow. Max Roll doesn't know how to do math. I don't think. 4,400 minus 400 is 4,000. 4,000 divided by 400. They're saying it's 1,000. So it's a 50 multiplier of 50, which I guess is 5,000%. So minus 5,000%, which is times 50. Fortify. Fortified life divided by base life. And you just add the two together. I don't know why they gotta make it that complicated. So, or come on, overpowered. All right, so it's a 5,000 plus 5,000%, and then fortified. And so is fortified, the fortified bonus looks like the fortified bonus is it's your fortified life divided by your base life. I don't know why, but the fortified one doesn't have anything to do with the base life. So that would be 24,000 divided by, so it's slightly more. So it's not like it's just adding on a flat amount of damage. The more life you have, you're just increasing the multiplier. So my base life is 400. My current life is 26,300. 26. So the overpowered damage. Okay, it was less. I got this stupid thing. Well, I mean that means I've got just a larger multiplier of the damage. So each maximum life bonus that I get not only affects the damage multiplier from the max life, but also from the fortified. So long as I'm fortified. Okay, so this might have something to do with that. At 196. But here's my 30% multiplicative bonus. Now this is my life. This would be critical strike damage. I'm at 21,000. I've got that multiplier. Okay, so that went up quite a bit. So those multipliers, you know, have a huge effect on how much damage I do. So a bonus to life is nice. It increases the multiplier, but you know, it's a so it's the life minus 400 divided by 400. It's almost the same as life divided by 400. Life divided by 4. Could just say that. But it's also times 2 because it's about the same value for fortify. And I guess that's another reason why I don't do all that much damage at first, because when you're first starting a battle, you're not fortified. You don't get to fortify until, you know, you start to go up and up and up. I don't even know how do I even get fortify in this build? Hopefully I have a skill that's been giving me fortify. I know using corpses gives you fortify. Or creating corpses. Okay, so I do want to make corpses as much as possible to get me that fortify. I only just recently put points into this because I didn't think I needed corpses. Forgot I needed that too, and there's another thing, you know. Vulnerable. I don't know how much I do. How do I create vulnerable? I don't have this set to vulnerable. Oh, I would like to find one point somewhere that I don't really need it to be in there. I don't see any. Looks like every single point that I got is necessary. Oh, no. Look at this. Well, I might not need each one of the. I might not need. This many points into Soul Rift. I take these out altogether. Get my movement speed. I run so slow. I don't know. I hope so. Now up to 30 seconds.
My demons are quiet here. Mostly.
I don't know. Ugh, I'm hurting my brain again. I don't know. And so not only do you want high maximum life, you want to have high current life too. Because if you're at full life, you get that extra 50% multiplier. Ugh. Ugh. So, in order for me to... I mean, I have to figure out how to double this and get 2.5 times this to equal what some of those other players have. So maybe, you know, I needed that greater affix in maximum life for this. Same thing with this, right? I got the maximum life, but I didn't get overpower damage. And I got that bonus to curse skills. 0 help from that. Do I have any... I still got some Obdusite. Bone skills. I did not get the greater affix in maximum life. Ugh, but at the end of the day, if I get all that, and I am up to level 110 in the pit, you know, I'm just basically just taking the ideas that someone else had and just kind of like reproducing what they did. Maybe hoping that I get a slightly better version of an item. There was one streamer who said he paid, I think, 40 billion for his items. And I'm looking at mine, and I think I got the same exact ones that he got. Except I just found mine. I didn't spend 40 billion. I think this is one of them, Blood Moon Breaches. I think he paid 20 billion for this or something like, maybe 15. I think it was 15 billion. 15 billion gold, wow. But like I said, what do I do then? I hate to sound so boring, but you know, what are all these people? What are all these people doing who are playing right now? What are they doing? Do they make up new characters? Are they trying to reach level 300? Paragon? I missed the world boss. Oops. I just wish I knew what I was missing. Should I be going to the pit? See how high I get to the pit. I mean, obviously, if I'm using the same build that some other guy used, but the other guys get better items than me, then that guy's gonna do better, right?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sitting here just struggling, trying to think of any reason to continue playing, but you know, I'm trying to think of ideas that I could take from this build.
Thanks.
And
I appreciate that.
bring them back and use them with my minions build. You know, maybe I could do something with the 100% critical strike chance. And but one of the fatal flaws of the minion build in general is that most of the time when you're boosting up your minions, you're not boosting up yourself. So I think that's why this build here, this guy here, is a bit more tanky. Right? Because I'm not putting skills into these kinds of masteries. I'm putting skill points into more defensive ones. Like this standalone. The Memento Mori. Even like the Bone Prison and, you know, just things that are a bit more defensive And of course also the Paragon. A lot of these boosting life and stuff, max life. And if you're putting points into that kind of stuff, you're not getting things like this max life. And max life not only increases your life, but increases your overpower damage. So wow. Okay. I don't know. I hate to say that, but I think I just I can't see any good reason to continue at the moment. You know, unless if I have this strong desire to go get that Heir of Perdition. But I mean, even then, so what? You know, get the Heir of Perdition, put it on, maybe get another 120% multiplicative bonus damage.
If I cannot be in the wilderness, this will do.
Without some kind of real in-game leaderboards or some kind of real in-game thing to go after, without that, it's like once you get to this point, you've got nothing. You've got no reason to continue. So, I don't know. Maybe if they put something in the Eternal Realm, you know, maybe if they ended the season and then for a couple weeks they didn't have a season and they just had, maybe if they had leaderboards in the Eternal Realm, you know, you go into the season to try and get stuff and you bring it back to the Eternal Realm. I don't know. Alright, I'm out of here. Maybe I'll take a break for a couple days. I'm sorry this was such a boring stream, boring video, but I mean, to me, this is what it's come down to. You know, I'm looking at all these people here. What are they doing? What are they going after? we'll see. Next season they're gonna be putting in the. That's another thing too. It right now, if I wanted to go play my minions build again, let's say I did get some kind of great idea that I could apply from this to my minion build. Like, I can't just go put on my minion build. I'd have to go redo my entire Paragon set. You know? And which that alone sometimes could take like an hour at least. Because I don't know the Paragon's set up by heart. It's like maybe next season, season 7, when they've got the armory and I can just flick back and forth between builds easily. Then maybe playing around, continuing the season will be a little bit more fun, but I don't know. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm tired. I'm gonna go get some sleep, I think. Sorry again for the boring stream, boring video. I'll try to make the future videos that I make not so boring. Just I don't know. I'm just kind of at a loss as to what to do now. Maybe, Uber Lilith, Torment 4, but I don't know. Alright, I'm out of here. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.